Hi, I'm Scarlett, plant-based vegan, trying to live my best life, and I want to help you to live yours. In this video, I'm going to discuss with you why you're failing as a vegan. You. Alright, maybe not you particularly, but why a lot of people go back to eating meat after attempting going vegetarian or vegan. As a matter of fact, 84% of vegetarians and 70% of vegans go back to eating meat. So one of the reasons that I find, or actually I would say, something that I hear a lot from people when I tell them that I'm a vegan, and there's the people who are like, oh, I tried going vegetarian or I tried being a vegan, but this just didn't work for me. And when I ask them why, they usually cite protein as a reason. And they'll say something like, oh, well, my body was craving protein, and, I had no energy, and my hair was shedding. They have all of these different complaints that they found when they attempted going vegan or vegetarian. But as I probe a little bit more and get more answers out of them, usually the culprit isn't protein. And we have this protein myth in our country, but the actual culprit is that you're just not getting enough calories. You're not eating enough nutrients. You're not getting an array of food that your body wants and needs in order to thrive. And I would even argue that a lot of omnivores, people who eat meat and vegetables, aren't even getting enough of the nutrients that they need, but they're satiated because meat tends to be more calorically dense. It's got the saturated fat. So you feel more satiated when you eat meat versus when you're eating like a green smoothie or a kale salad, because kale, of course, has a lot of great nutrients in it. It's just not filled with calories or fat, and good fat that you need. Or the other day, a friend of mine posted on Instagram how she needed to add more protein to her smoothie. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You know who you are. And and I quickly responded, it's like, it's probably not the protein that you're missing. That's not what isn't filling you up. I said, but you're not putting any good fat into that smoothie so that your body can absorb it better. Good fats. You need good fats. Your body will absorb the vitamins and minerals and nutrients a lot better. And that would be your avocado, your nuts, olives, good fats, not saturated fats, not pure oils. I think there's this idea that olive oil is a healthy oil. Olive oil is healthier compared to, say, butter, but it's definitely not considered healthy standing on its own. That's going to be a whole other video. This video is about why you're failing as a vegan and how we can make that go away so that you can thrive and get the benefits of a plant-based diet. So there are resources out there that allows you to calculate, one, how much protein you need for your body type, for your activity level, your age, your sex, and then you can also put in all the different foods that you're eating, and it's going to tell you if you are deficient in calories. Now, if you're getting all the calories that you need, then protein is going to fix itself. If you're eating an array, a myriad of different kinds of foods, there's protein in everything. So you're going to get the protein. So don't worry about the protein. Let it out your head. Because there are other things that your body needs. And I think we tend to forget about everything else. And that would be, fiber, which is something you're not getting from meat, which is super duper important. I have to tell you, I watch laxative commercials, and there was one in particular I was watching, and the husband is like, oh, what's this? And the wife is like, yes, honey, sometimes I get constipated. And this is a plant-based laxative. And I was like, a plant-based laxative? Just eat the vegetable, lady. Just eat the vegetable. Put the pill down. Eat the vegetables. That's what I think when I watch commercials. Seriously. You know, so there are other things that your body needs, and in order to feel satiated, I feel that's more of the issue that people have when they go vegan, because they're hungry all the time, they're not eating the right foods, and unfortunately, you know, in our society, it rewards bad eating behaviors. It makes it so much harder for you to get a really good salad that has a colorful amount of different vegetables, and also, like, if you wanted to add avocado or you know almond slivers, things that's going to satiate you. It's harder to get that than it is to get a burger, right? You can go to any fast food place in just any town USA and you can get something to eat, but it's not always going to be the best thing for you. And people fail as a vegan because they find that it's harder to find food that's going to satiate them. And then you kind of run out of ideas. You get sick of eating the same thing all the time. Especially, I'm fortunate. I live next to New York City. I live in a very diverse area, so I don't really have to run out of different options. I have Mexican, Ethiopian, Indian. And unfortunately, you might live in a town where you don't have that many options. But I will tell you, I learned to cook and I actually got good at it. And I make tons and tons of different recipes at home. It takes a little bit more effort, obviously, because you're cooking for yourself or for your family versus just popping something in the microwave. But in the long run, it's better for you. So you have to, once you get into the habit of it, it definitely changes. And I would say for anybody, whether, you're an omnivore or you're a herbivore, you need to think about eating an array of foods. You need to try to get all of your vitamins and nutrients from the foods that you eat. And you're not going to get it just from having a kale smoothie every day. Kale is great. We love kale. I love me some kale chips. My friends will tell you I make it by the boatload. Maybe I'll share that recipe someday. I don't know. But anyway, but I also eat a lot of beans. I eat a lot of lentils. I like to try out different things. I do quinoa and millet and rice and black rice. So there's a ton of different things that you get to try out. And you're going to, from each of those different foods that you're eating, you're going to get an array of the nutrients that you need. And simple things, I think we tend to forget because we got into this anti-carb mentality, like carbs are bad. No, processed food is bad. Carbs coming from vegetables, our bodies need that for energy. So if you've got this like anti-carb mentality and then you go vegan, you're not going to be getting the energy that you need, and that's why you're feeling low in your energy. I like to eat potatoes. I love me some potatoes. Starches are our friends. And wow, this video is getting lengthy. I could talk about this forever. I'm not going to, but I'm going to also link down below. I wrote in my blog, scarlettroquart.com, a lot more information if you care to read in long form about all the different reasons why you're failing as a vegan. But basically, if you are going vegan, or if you're attempting vegan and you're just finding like it's harder for you, you're hungry all the time, just keep in mind, just get into the mind frame of, am I getting enough calories here? Am I getting my good fats here? And I'll also link, Dr. Greger has this awesome app. I used it when I got started, and it's the Daily Dozen, and he lists the different kinds of foods to have an optimal diet that you should be trying to get every day. So I'm going to cut this short, although this is a long video, and I hope that this is going to help inspire you if you are vegan, going vegan, failing as a vegan, but you really want to hold on, that this gets you into the mind frame of what are the changes that you need to start making. And of course, check out my blog, scarlettroquart.com. There are tons and tons of information there and more to come. And if you like this video, subscribe, thumbs up it, share it with your friends, share it with your family. Let's grow together. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys soon.